Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 18 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling 2021 series here on the channel. As I'm recording this, Wrestle Kingdom 1 is in the books, but we'll see what happens for Wrestle Kingdom 2, as obviously when you guys are seeing this, both shows will be over with, but that said, we're going to be quite far ahead now once we're getting rocking and rolling here, because we'll be at the New Japan Cup, and I don't think they'll be even... Yeah, they won't even be in the New Beginning show, so we'll be quite ahead of them for a little bit as far as keeping up with kind of just a year behind. We might be able to catch up to them again relatively soon, maybe even surpass them by the time the G1 happens. As for the Road to Anniversary Tour, I guess it's just the Anniversary Tour in general, it's going to be 4 shows, I believe. Yeah, it is 4. Thought so. So 4 shows, 3 Road 2 shows, and then our final show, which we already know the main event, as always, tradition, heavyweight champ versus junior champ, which I'm intrigued with. I get to book it for the first time, and this is the last kind of first-time booking thing for New Japan. This now will be officially 1 year in after this episode. I'm a little nervous about that as far as the New Japan Cup, because I really don't know how it's gonna... I know what the finals is as of this moment, but I don't know how we get there. I don't know how the bracket is looking, so that's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. Obviously, when you know what the finals is, it helps a whole lot. We could be in a lot dire straits. But, as always, we'll go through the tour goals, which they even have a... We'll just go ahead and only do 4, because I couldn't think of a 5th one to do. As, again, we'll always want to get back to the 80-plus show rating. We're 2 pop sizes away from big. So, after the fiasco that ended out our last episode, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, why didn't that, work when we were giving him so much money when he shouldn't have been that upset to begin with? So I put all that money back into our company. As you can see, we're almost at $6 million again because of that. You just blame Adam Ryan for that one, for the shit morale bug. And so we're going to have a New Japan Strong title match. I think it's going to be at this Strong taping that's happening tomorrow. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Josh Alexander, which should be a pretty fun match. That's going to be a Strong title match. And, the Strong titles really come a long way from where we started and where Strong was specifically. I think now, I don't know if we can make it an A show again, but it never will be an A show. So, at the same time, I think it being a B show is perfect where it's at. As far as the card that we have planned out for the anniversary show, it looks a little bit like this. As Heiano Tamura 7-match trial series continues, the second match. It's going to be against Togi Makabe. Pretty fun. Obviously, we're getting some of the old guard in there, and we just had the Honda match, and we're going to have Togi Makabe match. As, that's... Again, we're just fingers fucking crossed for Heiano Tamura to get the experience more and more. And he'll... he might be one of the first young lions to never go on excursion in a while. I'm trying to think, because I know Tanahashi didn't go on excursion, so he might be the first one since then to not go. Because honestly, I think he's ready. He doesn't have to go on excursion, and you can only send it for I think the minimum is a year, and I don't want to lose him for a year. I would do a 6-month excursion if I could with him, but he kind of can't. I guess you could just send him. I guess I could just manually do it. I guess. That's an idea. That's a thought. But, yeah, I mean, that's going to be a pretty fun match for Heiano Tamura. That might be, as far as Makabe and him, I want to say they've had a singles match before in the past. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm sure they have throughout the year. But, it should be a pretty solid opener there. As the next match, 6-man tag, is Team Filthy of Filthy Tom Lawley, Josh Alexander, and Daniel Garcia, taking on the team of Hiroshi Tanahashi and the Dragon Masters of Liana Fujinami, Master Wado. Who would have thought Tatsuya Fujinami would come back for that New Japan Rumble, and also Shima. That's insane that he came back. It's one of the highlights. Obviously, if you would have told me going into the first night that one of my highlights was going to be Shima, I would have called you crazy, just because I never would have thought. And he's someone, man. Shima, he has been everywhere but Noah. As he's been now in New Japan, he's been in All Japan, he's been in Dragon Gate, he's been in fucking Torimon, he's been in 0-1. I don't think he's been in Big Japan, but as far as like the big companies, it's just no. And then if you throw Big Japan in there as well, him in Big Japan, not a lot of guys that can say that. I think Daisuke Sakamoto is probably the one guy who it's like, man, he's been just about everywhere as well. He's another one. He might be, because yeah, if you count him, obviously he worked the Lions Break show. I'm trying to remember who he faced. Was it Yumano? Nonetheless, just we'll stop the tie right there. But there's not a lot of guys I could say that, and Shima is definitely one of them. That that's pretty awesome. Talking about another guy that's an ageless wonder, like much of Japanese pro wrestling. Looks pretty much the same, like neck down. Like he's had the same body since I've seen him. And that's another guy who did he work WCW or did he work a dark match for WCW? Because I know Dragon Kid did. I know Dragon Kid was a little dragon in WCW. I'm trying to think Shima might have worked a show as well. It's pretty awesome, though. So, the next match, Tomato Juice taking on the United Empire of Zack Sabre Jr. and Great-O-Khan. This is kind of slowly building towards Juice and Zack, and also building Liberty United versus the United Empire. Just it makes sense, It's very much like a football kind of rivalry type of idea there, with the Liberty United and United Empire, kind of the babyface versus the heel United Alliance. Makes sense. Just it's too much sense there. Maybe that can be a title match. We might actually do that in Japan. But I'm sure it's tough with Strong. It's tough with that open weight Strong title because I want it to be for Strong, but also at the same time, I want to have some big time matches on like an actual big time show for New Japan. So I'm kind of just I'm at a crossroads there, where it's like I'm trying to make that belt more than what it really should be, and I probably should just keep it as a Strong open weight title where it's the main belt for Strong. Just getting out myself though. As the next match, 6-man tag, Dark Order versus Liberty United. It's Disciples of Darkness of Black Taurus against Liberty United of the Super Iron Destroyers and Alex Shelley, which that match has a lot of potential there. That's a fun match. And kind of my two little projects, going at it. So that's fun. We're now getting into, now being a year, there's a lot of staples that I've made throughout the series now. And I'm seeing my little creations battle each other. It's pretty fun. As for and then another one here, as a junior heavyweight tag team title match, United Empire of Jonathan Gresham and Daniel Makabe against Samurai Del Sol and Senda De Ora. Big time match for Gresham and Makabe here. And then Samurai Del Sol and Senda De Ora, who have been on quite a fun run so far as junior tag champs, even though it just started. It's still, I think the potential there is really, really awesome. And being able to team with Caristico too as a trios team, pretty awesome. They could just so happen to maybe have a Never Point 6-man title run in the future. Have the potential there. The next match, so obviously with the main event doing Abushi versus Apoc, just makes sense to do the Young Bucks versus Joe Doering and Satoru Ashino as these Satoru Ashino here. Didn't realize that. Glad I caught that at least. As yeah, I mean, just makes so much sense. I'm actually gonna fix it to where the Golden Leader on the left and the Task Force Death are on the right, just for simplicity. Yeah, we're not really being simplistic, but really more of a for the eye test. Just makes a little bit more sense there. Yeah, I mean, this is a big-time tag match. Obviously, the former tag champs in the Young Bucks and Joe Doering and Satoru Ashino, as far as singles-wise, they both just lost to Okada at the New Beginning tour. This is a nice way to bounce back from that and really climb that tag division in, because there is some great matches to be had in that tag division right now. And you got, really, as far as a top, you could make arguably like a top 10 list of teams that we have that are pretty solid. We can use Kenton J. White, Ishii and Goto, obviously, the Chaotic Pitbulls, Sonata and Shingo, of course, the champs, the Bucks, Doring and Ashino, even Disciples of Darkness, Brody and Black Taurus if you want, or Brody and Brody and Evil, rather. You could even use Zack Sabre Jr. Khan if you want, because Zack's so awesome. There's a lot to play up to, and it's an exciting time, really, for this tag division. We're trying to keep it building. We're trying to make it bigger and bigger and better and better. at the same time, you don't want to make it too big where people start getting overlooked. Because we already have a roster of like 110 people, so that's not a great sign there. But we're slowly trimming the fat, as you'll see in the next episode when we have our loser leaves New Japan match of the Golden Elite of Abushi and the Young Bucks against Apoc and the Guerrillas of Destiny. As for our co-main event, the Never Openweight 6-man tag title matchup, Kenta, Jay White, and Taiji Ishimori of Bullet Club taking on Chaos, the champions of Tamarishi, Hiroki Goto, and Toru Yano. Pretty fun match on paper. We'll see how it goes. And then the main event, of course, champion versus champion, Kota Ibushi versus Pac. 60-minute time limit there. And, I mean, this is awesome. Obviously, they have had matches. I want to say that was the best of the Super Junior. They had a match. They might not have, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm just trying to think. Because I'm thinking of... Now, I know Pac and Devitt had a best Super Junior match. I was thinking that him and Abushi did as well. It'd be crazy, that's the first time meeting. But I want to say they had a match. Want to say. Could be wrong, though. Yeah, and that will, as far as that's the card on paper there, it should be a pretty exciting card. Should be a pretty exciting card for an anniversary show, too. We got 2 title matches, plus, obviously, the champion versus champion. And, I think, as far as nobody gets hurt this tour, which, that's always a given, as far as you don't want someone to get hurt. But, that's all you can ask for, really, with what we're doing here. As, we'll get the tour going. So I'm not really sure what I want to book, but we'll figure it out, I'm sure. As, it's always fun to go into a tour show blind and just kind of figure it out from there. It's Ishii and Harada, as passing psychology tips to Harada. We could do that. We could have Ishii and Harada team against, trying to think what would be a good Bullet Club match there, as, I'm not really sure. So, us running, we'll probably run Kanto, obviously, for the last show, because usually the anniversary show's in Corkin, but I'm assuming the way it's going to go down, we might have to run at a bigger venue. And we might run the Hiroshima Sun Plaza, to be honest, even though, yeah, maybe not. We'll just run. It's 690 people. I also did add a couple of places as far as big-time domes, or bigger domes, for us to use. I added the Japan National Stadium. That's gonna, fit 80,000. Just a big brain idea in case we ever get there. Just felt like that'd be a fun idea. I'm trying to think where else I added places. I want to say, didn't mean to hit that. I want to say Kyushu, maybe? Yeah, because I added the PayPal Dome, which has its 40,000. It's the first stadium that has a retractable roof in Japan. So, that was a pretty cool venue to run a wrestling show. It's kind of weird with that, because obviously we don't know if someone could actually run that, because it's never been done as far as in Japanese pro wrestling. The only person that would be able to do it is New Japan, and I just am assuming they either A, don't want to, or maybe B, they can, so it's kind of weird as far as adding venues into Japan. I just kind of went with the idea of, they probably think they won't sell it out, so that's why, and I think here in the game we'll be able to. So I'm trying to think what else I might add. I think that was it, though. Oh, no, let's run here, actually. It's, 700 people. Run the small hall here. So I haven't run this since December. So, we can do a 6-man probably as the first match, or as the first main event. Have the Golden Elite of Abushi with Matt and Nick. The Young Bucks, which I believe Nick is still hurt, but that's okay. We should be able to make it through. And then Pac with Joe Doring and Ashino. There we go. I forgot to turn on the lights. We're in the recording studio here, so I'm just kind of blindly trying to find the key. It's 22 minutes. It's a tough one because it's well, who's taking the fall here? I'm trying to think, maybe we make it bigger. It's not a bad idea. Let's make it make it a 4-way, or a 4v4, excuse me, as, we'll have Tanahashi with adding to the Young Bucks there, and then we'll have Pac and Ray Phoenix. What a match. What a match. As we're going to have Tanahashi get the win here. He's going to beat Ray Phoenix. Sorry, Phoenix. Someone's got to take the fall in this fucking match. And Tanahashi could also use a win too, so this is kind of helping everybody out. Not a part of the Golden Elite, of course, but, you know, with the Golden Ace Alliance there, just kind of makes sense to make this. That's a pretty awesome match, though, if I do say so myself. There's not a bad guy in there. Now for the rest of the card. That's, you know, we don't want to have, as far as, don't want to overbook people this tour, especially kind of running that New Beginning tour. There's a lot of shows, you know, so we want to kind of keep everybody still somewhat fresh. So we'll, so Ishii and Harada. I love it. He's just one person down. I was thinking up. I was, trying to think who would be a good heavyweight junior, or not heavyweight junior, heavyweight kind of young lion tag match against. Like, I mean, we could use Hikuleu. We could do, like, Hikuleu and Fale, maybe. Not the greatest of matches to be thrown out here, but, you know, it is what it is as far as, it's just like an undercard match of a tour show. We're not trying to set the world on fire with this one. But, I mean, Ishii's going to carry it, so, I mean, it shouldn't be decent. Fale's probably going to be the worst guy in that match, funny enough. I don't know, though. Maybe Hikuleu is probably the worst. Tough one to call, as I think we could use... Yeah, maybe not Christico. Yeah, we need to use Barbaro, Carbonaro, too. Also could use some United Empire guys, especially Corey Jarvis. Yeah, it's, let's see, Corey Jarvis, McGavin, and Zach. Then against Juice, Kaji, and Tohanare. There we go. Little Liberty United, United Empire 6-man. We'll make it 12, and we'll have Hanare beat Jarvis, which, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like, you know, I love Corey Jarvis. The potential's there, obviously being a legitimate, like, heavyweight, or not heavyweight wrestler, but a legitimate wrestler who is, like, really, really good. Lose to, like, someone like Hanare kind of stinks, but at the same time, probably for the best, as far as trying to get Hanare some wins. Plus, Jarvis's pop is, like, in the 10s. We need an opener. And I'm thinking Young Lion versus Young Lion, to be honest. Or maybe, maybe Kento. Actually, let's have Fredericks. Yeah, let's do a tag. Do Carl Fredericks. Probably shouldn't have actually, now that I'm thinking about it, probably shouldn't have ran Josh Alexander, or not, shouldn't have ran Zach because of the Josh Alexander match that's happening, but we'll push it back for next week, I guess, just for realism purposes. Or we could just replace Juice and Zach with other people. So we can use Okan. And then we can use Cobb. Now that match just got a whole lot worse, but it protects kind of the people there. Cobb's going to beat, as far as, yeah, he can still beat Jarvis. Yeah, that match is now not looking too hot. So Ray Phoenix is the one that's used too much so far. So yeah, tag match with, I guess we could use the Dragon Masters of Wado and Fujinami against Hayato Tamura and Kento. Surprised I haven't done this before. Not going to be a great opener, but you know, it's at least a match to where it's getting the kids on the card. Yeah, I mean, that match could be really, really bad. Well, at least Hayata Tamura's in it. They're just, you know, no one's really over in that match besides Fujinami, at least. So, yeah, so we'll need a Steal the Show match, and then another match as well to make it an even 6. Heavyweight tag match, never a bad idea. Let's see here. Yeah, we could throw Great Bash Heel out there. Great Bash Heel. And Minoru Suzuki and Taichi. There we go. There's getting Suzuki-gun on the card. Have we done this before? We did. And Destruction in Hiroshima. Wow, and the Great Bash Heel beat him. Don't know how I feel about that. That's right, they did the double count out for the tag league, and that was the return match. That's right. That is right. It's hilarious how bad my memory is. As we'll have Suzuki get the win this time around. He's going to beat Hanma. I don't think this should go... I mean, should it be the Steal the Show match? I have no faith in this. This is going to be a one-match card, is what this is turning out to be. And I hate it. Yeah, everybody's working too long anyways, so we'll just... 10 minutes. We'll put it there. Oh boy. Yeah, we need a much, much better co-main now. I'm trying to think what would be a... So we could use Goto and Yano against Kenta Jay White. Have Jay White get a win over Toriano. Yeah, 18. If, you know, Goto can work it. Nope. And Kenta getting the win. Yeah, let's just give Jay White. At least Kenta in this match should bring this match up. It should. It should, at least. I'm just kind of curious. It's still... Nope, a lot of... everybody in that opener now as well. Yeah, hopefully Nick's chronic knee pain isn't enough to drive that match down. Not 30. Alright. Not bad. I know the crowd hates it, and, you know, a lot of things going wrong, but for what I expected for that match, fine with it. Wada was the worst guy in the match, even with the chemistry boost. That's not good. 59. There we go, Tomoishi. As Ishii pins Hikuleo with a... That's a big guy to be dropping around on his fucking head. As Fale and Harada did the same. Hikuleo was in the high 40s, though. Somehow not as bad as I expected. This match with a 58. As Suzuki with the reverse DDT backbreaker on Hanma. Taichi, worst guy in the match. Let's move on. I can't stand it. Liberty United and United Empire. As Jeff Cobb pins Corey Jarvis to tour the islands. Yeah, Jarvis wasn't the worst guy. It was Great O'Khan. Cobb was not even the best guy. It was Toinare. Almost in the 60s. Not bad, 52. Definitely should have been way low on the card. Don't know what I was thinking there, but we get a 70 co-main at least. As Kenta, best guy in the match, 71. Jay White with the Blade Runner on Yano. As, wow, Goto was the worst guy in the match. Yano might have outperformed Jay White. He was off his game. That's pretty crazy. Or at least they would have tied. That's wild. Kenta, though, killing it. Good stuff there in the main event. 75. We'll take it. As, yeah, Nick Jackson's injury. Big toll, as that's a 58. Abushi, best guy in the match, followed by Pac. It's pretty fun. And then Phoenix and Shino with 64s with Tanahashi. 62 for Joe Doring. 68 for Matt Jackson. Completely skipped over him. He was the third best guy in the match. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good for Matt Jackson there. Usually he's kind of doing subpar in those matches. But, yeah, he pulls one out. Didn't get any pop. That's alright. At least we didn't lose any. Not a bad show. Now, obviously, a two-match card. Really, if we just flip this and this, I like the structure of that card a lot better. But, well, we'll take it. We'll take it. Could be worse. Could be better. Yeah, but now we're just 2 more tour shows to go. Which, you know, I feel like we've pretty much have a thorough process of what we want to do. We're Liberty United and United Empire, that kind of keeping that going. We could, we don't have to book Bucks with Abushi anymore against Task Force Death. We've made that big time match. We can figure something else out now to really elevate to that main event level. I don't think we could probably use Okada. We'll probably use LIJ as well, because LIJ, I don't think they have a single match on that whole entire card, which is that's not great. That is a terrible oversight. But at the same time, it's really given a break to those guys as well at the same time. So it is what it is, as we'll get you guys for day 2. Alright, so for this day 2, the anniversary tour, we'll probably run Chubu. That may be, yeah, that's the other place. The Toyota Stadium added 44,000. And then Shizuoka, oh my god. Shizuoka, as Shizuoka Stadium holds over 50,000. That would be pretty awesome if we're able to do that. As I think that might have been it as far as new stadiums we added. Might be more, as, this is a nice little spot here, 1,200. So we always, Chubu, the economy's rising in Japan. It's almost in the 90s, which is awesome. So we'll be having pretty great business, I would say, in 2021, which is obviously hilarious in hindsight now, as we're going into 2022, and New Japan just seems to be getting shitter and shitter as far as booking goes. As I guess we're going to go through, this strong taping, best strong taping of the year so far, as the Strong Boy title match, Zack Sabre Jr. beat Josh Alexander, as it was 67. Slabs of Darkness against the Crime Time Players, 56. And then the Foundation against the Wasteland of J.R. Kratos, Victor Kratos, and Connor Kratos, as King Mo and Myron Reed did pretty well. I think Connor was the best guy, and he ended up getting hurt from something. I forget what it was. But I think he's got chronic shoulder pain now, too, so that's another guy banged up on the roster. But yeah, that's the first time we sold out a strong taping, 400 people. At least, first time we sold out a strong taping that happened in America, I guess, should really specify on that. But yeah, that's a pretty fun main event, obviously, with Zack and Josh. And now the next strong openweight title match that I'm wanting to do is Zack Sabre Jr. against Caristico. And a bit of a fun little styles clash match there. As for this card, also another person to add to the hype train of Hayato Tomora's the man. Oh, wrong spot. There we go. Hiroki Goto. It's going to be a star, says Hiroki Goto on Hayato Tomura. Hell yeah. Locker room's got his back. So I think for this, I think a tag match maybe. I'm trying to think what would probably be the best idea. I think Tanahashi and Master Wato against Filthy Tom, if we can. Yeah, Filthy Tom and Daniel Garcia. I'm trying to think if we've done this. I was thinking we hadn't. We'll have it be the opener for now. This Garcia's going to beat Master Wato. Poor Master Wato. All those young lions, man. At least in this mod, it sucks that their stats are so bad. Because they shouldn't be. They should be pretty solid. But at least Great Khan, Master Wato, I've never seen someone who's come back from excursion and somehow have less momentum and popularity than he did before he left. It's quite a strange little case regarding him. That gimmick does suck, though. I like a lot of the guys that have came back from excursion, seems like gimmicks have been pretty shit. As for the second match on the card, I think, I'm trying to think what would probably be a good match to do, because we could do Juice and Kaji in a tag, have Tomato Juice out there against somebody. Not sure who, though, exactly. Because we could do Ryu Lee and either, like, Horace or Flamita. Just as an idea. We could also do Kojima with Hayato Tamura. Not a bad idea. I've never done this. We have 14. Might be a little too long, considering tomorrow's in the match, so maybe down to about 11. Poor, yeah, we'll have Juice get the win. Juice can beat tomorrow there. Could be a pretty fun match, though. Depending on the ratings go. So far, I'm liking this undercard a lot better than the previous one we just did. As, I'm trying to think what else we could do. We can do a 6-man United Empire of Jonathan Gresham, Daniel Makabe, and Gavin McGavin against Caristico with Samurai del Sol and Cinta de Ora, since we're doing the junior tag match. Would make sense. I still haven't figured out what I want to call Cinta de Ora and Samurai del Sol, because I don't want to just call them the Lucha Dragons. That is, first of all, I think we couldn't, if this was real, I don't think we even could do that, because obviously copyright. But even then, like, I'd want to have something a little bit more creative than that. I mean, we'll have the set for Steal the Show. I think this is a pretty cool idea of a Steal the Show match. Caristico is going to be Gavin McGavin. Oh, yeah, that's right, Steal the Show. I about fucked that all up. There we go. So we got our undercard. Now, I like it. A lot of intriguing stuff. Now we just gotta, kind of book the top part. I think would be a good idea as far as for Liberty United. Because I'm thinking Cobb and Shelley against Evil and Black Taurus. And we'll have Shelley beat Taurus. Nice. Alright, so, for the rest of the card, we've pretty much built up a lot of stuff already, just from what we've done these past 2 days. We can we'll do a 6-man where it's Okada with Ishii and Goto. Should we make it 4v4? We'll do Okada with Ishii and Goto, the Chaotic Pitbulls. With Yano. Maybe make it a 5-man, 5v5. Have a 10-man tag. We just keep on getting bigger and bigger, as I'm thinking we could do Okada with the Chaotic Pitbulls and with Yano and Yoshihashi. Or maybe even Rocky Romero. That would probably be better, using Rock. Against the team of Kenta, Jay White. I guess G.O.D. And then I guess Ishimori. Or we could do... I was like, well, we could do Yujiro and then somebody else, but it's like, should we? Should we do Yujiro and Hikuleu? Guess we shall. Or maybe El Fantasmo. Well, it's fine. It's fine. So this will probably be the main. Hikuleu getting the win. I think not. Okada get the win. Yeah, he could be Yujiro. I will say, I don't think we've ever done this 10-man. Alright, so for the co-main, think what we could do that's a little different. Maybe this could even be the main, because I'm thinking we could do Abushi with either like Matt Jackson, and then have Apoc in Phoenix. Pretty fun match. And well, have Pac beat Matt Jackson. Yeah, Matt Jackson not too happy about that. I mean, I'm assuming their pop is pretty close. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close. We'll just keep him strong, just to fucking politicking piece of shit. Give it 21 minutes. I got more faith in that than the 10-man, so we'll have that be the main. Interesting little main event there. But I like this card a lot. This be a card, if I saw it like on New Japan World, and I was like, I saw the card there, I'd probably tune in to see this. See what happens. The 50 in the opener is out. Tanahashi and Wato. They don't work. As a team, as Garcia pins Master Wato. Don't think he has his finisher set. Yeah, you know, Tanahashi, best guy in the match, followed by Filthy Tom, then Daniel Garcia, who's almost in the 40s now, and Master Wato with a 26, which is great. 61 for Tomato Juice against Kojima and Hayao Tamura, as, Juice with a 65. Pretty awesome, as he pins Hayao Tamura after the freshly squeezed. So good stuff. Good stuff, 65 for Juice, 52 for Kaji D'Amato, 50 for Satoshi Kojima, now 44 for Hayato Tamura there. So 69 for this 6-man. Way to go, Caristico. Even then, Makabe was second best guy in the match with a 62, as Caristico pins Gavin McGavin with a springboard arm drag. So yeah, I mean, Samurai del Sol and Daniel Makabe were second. And Sunday they were with a 58, 50 for McGavin. Back in Jonathan Gresham, I'm not sure what's going on there. He gets a 48. Hopefully he brings it for his tag match. Just kind of curious. Gresham hold back and inconsistency, same thing. A lot of holding back, a lot of inconsistency. I told you guys, go all out, you fuckers. Go all out. Is a 65. Surprised this did worse than the 6-man, as Evil and Black Taurus lose to Cobb and Shelley, as Shelley taps out Black Taurus the Border City stretch. Best guy in the match, Shelley and Evil. And Cobb and Black Taurus tied for last with 53s. Yeah, I mean, I would, that's a lot of fun, as far as you have a lot of fun there, variables there. Obviously, anytime Alex Shelley, man, just had the best match in the series against Pac. It's always a plus when he's involved in a match. 70 for the 10-man, as Chaos beats Bullet Club. Okada pins Yujiro the Rainmaker in 2019. Example, Okada best guy, followed by Ishii. Then, surprised it wasn't Kenta. Oh, no, it is Kenta. Kenta tied with Okada. Wow. That's awesome. As then Ishimori, Jay White, Yano. Wow, Rocky barely outperformed Yujiro. And then Hikuleo rounding out the group. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Well, it was a fun match, though. Fun match that at least got a 70 as far as that regard. And the 73 main event, right decision for that to go on last, as Pac pins Matt Jackson with the Shooting Star Press in 21:04. Everybody did really good in this match. Pac best guy, 73. The heavyweight champion tied with Ray Phoenix with 71, and then Matt Jackson with 65. Pretty good. Yep. Didn't increase our pop again, but another pretty solid show. I think that was a lot better than I gave it credit for, especially that 6-man. Didn't expect that to be almost a 70. Again, push that up a little bit. This card gets even better, and had a better opener compared to the first night. So, must say, 2 thumbs up from me regarding that show. So now for the final tour show. I'm not sure what I want that main event to be. A lot of great stuff as far as what we've seen so far. Kind of don't want to have a Pac Abushi main for this, just to give them time for their main event, just to give them a little bit of rest, but I'm not sure what would make that main event, as far as what could really be a fun one to book. I'm not sure. We gotta figure it out, though, now, as London returned. Alright. Alright. Corkin? I don't think so. You haven't ran there since November. That'd probably be a great idea. Yeah, we'll just run. Okayama, as we'll figure it out. we'll figure it out. I think now we can finally do that 6-man as far as having Juice with Kaji Tomato. Kaji, and then there's a lot of different variables we can go with this. We can go with Shelly, or we could go with maybe not Shelly, maybe somebody else, though. It's tough. It's tough. We could go with Hammerstone, I guess. That's probably for the best. To make this match a little bit more even kilt. As then we'll have Zack with Okan. Oh, he's down here. Never mind. Then should have been to the T's. And then we'll probably have, as far as, I don't want to use Jarvis, but we just might have to. Because I think Kinemura's still hurt. I want to say he's still hurt. We'll kind of see. Yep. Still got the chronic shoulder pain. I want to say that's a 2-month injury. So we'll go ahead and add Jarvis. Just to, we don't need him working more than he has to. This could be the opener, I guess. Because it'd probably be a pretty good one, considering who's involved in this match. We'll have United Empire get the win, and Zack's going to pin, or probably submit, in this case, Alexander Hammerstone. Technical Masterclass, alright. Got our opener. As far as, what else on the card? I think having some type of LIJ appearance would probably do great for just morale purposes and having those guys. I wanted to give them off the tour, but at the same time, probably shouldn't. Maybe not though. We'll keep thinking. Because it's like, what do you do? Who do you have them face to where it would make sense for them not to be on the anniversary show? And that's a good question. It is a mighty good question. Let's see here. Is Homicide back? Nope, still not. So we still have Kingston here. Yeah, we still got Suzuki-gun. Suzuki-gun, yeah, they're not doing anything as well. So we could, let's see, Minoru rather, with Davey Boy, and then I guess we can use either Tai Chi or Despy. Yeah, let's use Despy. And then, Naito, Hiromu, and then we'll also use, as far as who, probably Bushi would probably be our best guess there, if we can. Oh, that's right, we actually did give it. The one guy, I was like, we should probably book him, because I have it on this show, because we did end up having him take time off. So never mind that shit. We could do, what would be a pretty good, I think, main event. Does it make any sense? Not really, but we can have a junior heavyweight tag title matchup as Cinta de Ora and Samurai del Sol against. Nah, that's bad. Probably shouldn't do that either. I'm all over the place as far as whatever should be. I got it. 6-man. It's not great, but let's have Taguchi with Dragon Masters against we'll do Suzuki-gun, El Desperado, Doki, Kanemaru. Minutes. Fujinami over Doki. Trying to push Fujinami up a little bit. Trying. Let's see if it works. So now, I want to have some type of... I think a junior tag match of Ishimori and Phantasmo against Rocky and Yo, because Sho's hurt. Not a bad idea, since they're doing the six-man, the Never-Always six-man match with Bullet Club Chaos. At least that kind of makes sense. And then Yo against Ishimori and Phantasmo. Oh, back? That ain't it. That ain't it. There we go. So that's a tough one, because really Ishimori and company should probably win. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to go with. I think we're going to have Ishimori PTO. Yeah, we'll have this one steal the show. Something's got to do it. Hey, that's a tough one to call, because, like, this match, you know, Juice and Zach should do well. That should actually be the opener. Remind me, as, what was that there? There we go. Alright. A lot of junior stuff on the undercard, so we can throw some heavyweight stuff out there to change it up a little bit, change up the pace. Let's see. So we do Filthy Tom and Josh Alexander against Tanahashi and someone. We could do Tanahashi and Taguchi, I guess. Even though Taguchi's... Oh, that's right, Taguchi's already working. I'm an idiot. Never mind that match. We could do Great Bash Heel. We can do... Minoru Suzuki and Tai Chi. Even though that kind of doesn't make any sense, but... is what it is. As far as we did the 8-man at Dominion. I think that was the opener. Haven't done anything since then. We'll have Suzuki actually get the win. He's going to be Filthy Tom. Because, I mean, even though, you know, Suzuki going, they're not doing nothing, if we can get them some wins, maybe they can at least have something going on somewhat at some point during either the spring or summer before Suzuki rides off into the sunset officially. That way, we're not just kind of waiting, twiddling our thumbs, waiting for him to retire. At least have some type of momentum built. And then we'll have some upper mid-card stuff and obviously a main event. Thinking 6-man. Maybe an 8-man. We'll just do LIJ. The best of LIJ. In this case of Naito, Hiromu with Shingo and Sonata. That's why all those guys are champs but Naito. And they're going to take on the team of... Now we got to choose which team they should face. Because obviously Chaos and Bullet Club, they're doing their thing. And we don't have a lot of options here. I guess we can kind of do a callback. We'll do, yeah, we can do this. Do the Bucks with Abushi and Tanahashi. "21 minutes. As we'll have Hiromu beat Tanahashi. What a tour match. It's nuts. That's the main event. And then we'll have, as far as the undercard, Apoc with Joe Doring and Shotaro Ashino. Do we have him beat Chaos? The Chaos team? That would make some sense there. It's a tough one to call. Because, I mean, there is, a good bit of Chaos guys we use, but then at the same time, Chaos guys have that Never Open 6-man title match. We could use Ishii. Yeah, but we'll use Ishii, Goto, and Eagles. There we go. Haven't done this one. Not a bad 6-man, if I do say so myself, as well have Pac. Actually, no. No, we'll have Ashino beat Goto. And they'll kind of be like, hey, we're going to get the next title shot after you guys. Yeah, depending on what happens, if they win or lose, it's like, hey, we're getting the next big title shot. So yeah, I think maybe not though. Now I'm thinking about it because it's a tough thing about having so much talent. I hate having that Chaos team lose. Trying to think what would probably be. I guess we could do. No, I can't do that. I was thinking. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe we can. I have Tama, Tonga Loa, and Fale. But we haven't used Dark Order either. And as an idea, use Brody, Evil, and we could use Taurus. Haven't done this match either. Pretty solid 6-man, if I do say so myself. As we'll have. Boy, oh boy, now this is a tough one to call. Do we have Evil, win or lose? That's. I think for the best. I think Ashino has got to beat Evil here. Or, let's have Evil beat Joe Doring. Sorry, Joe. There we go. I like that a little bit more. We'll see how the show looks. 60 for the opener. Solid. As Empire beat Liberty United. 16 minutes when Zach pinned Axel Hammerstone with the Saber Driver. There you go. He actually did pin him. Zach, obviously, best guy in the match by a fucking mile. 62s for Juice and Kaiju D'Amato. 43 though for Alexander Hammerstone, who did better than Okan and Jarvis. Not bad. Yep, I figured that was going to be a step down as Fujinami pins Doki with the double underhook suplex. Taguchi, best guy of the match, followed by Fujinami. And then 44s for Despi and Doki. 42 for Kanemaru, and then 31 for Master Wato. Now 50. Oh, yeah, we didn't give it enough time because we had a slow build. Whoops, as Suzuki taps out Fiddly Tom with a rear naked choke. Best guy in the match, Suzuki. Close, but the right decision. I guess you could go kind of either way, maybe, but because it was 2 and 2. Filthy Tom's better than Tai Chi, but Suzuki's better than Josh. Tough one to call. But at least the best guy beat the worst guy of the other team. 61 for the junior tag match as Rocky and Yo have excellent chemistry together. How about that? So Yo gets pinned with Bloody Cross. Right decision, though, even though with the excellent chemistry boost just was not enough. Got the crowd buzzing as well. Oh, yeah. 72 for the co-main. Task Force Death of Apoc, Joe Doring, and Ashino against Dark Order, Brody, Evil, and Black Taurus. As Evil pins Joe Doring with Evil. How about that? As Shotaro Ashino, best guy in the match, followed by Brody, then Evil, then Joe Doring. Actually, Pac was the best guy in the match. Completely missed him. But then it's in order of that, with Black Taurus rounding up the group with a 52. Not a bad match there. We'll see what happens at the main. Almost an 80. Holy shit, as L.I.J. in Golden Ace with the Bucks, as Hiromu pins Tanahashi Time Bomb number 2. Big time pin there. Thought about giving Nick Jackson the fall in that match, but I wasn't sure who was going to beat him at the same time, though. I was thinking that. But, yeah, obviously, great ratings all around. Everybody in L.I.J. did 70 or better. Talk about a complete unit, besides Abushi. And then, Abushi 71, Tanahashi and Matt Jackson 67 to the 56 for Nick Jackson. Hell yeah. And that's the best show we've done so far as this tour. That's a great building block. We keep on building. So now on to the final show of the tour and the final show of the episode. I was thinking we were going to get this done before an hour, but of course we didn't, because I was contemplating a lot of things going on with that show. But yeah, we got quite the card built up, I think. That main event, Abushi and Pac, should be pretty nuts. Bucks with Joe Doring and Ashino. That's pretty crazy as well, which we kind of went away from that, as it's just kind of funny as Joe Doring losing to Evil and whatnot, but we'll get it back on track. Everything will come back together and around again. There's just nothing still going on there. Actually, Zack Sabre Jr.'s opinion. He's a living out. Definitely is not the 48th show anniversary. It's the 49th. But I don't think I said anything as pre-booked. Nope, so we'll have to stop the recording anyways. Alright, the card is set. Don't mind that it's the 47th little logo there. Yeah, so I did look it up as far as regarding Abushi and Pac. And no, they've never even been in the same match together, let alone a singles match. According to the cage match, so that's pretty cool. That we get to do a first time literally meeting, not only just in the game, but in just the history of the business here. It's very exciting, and that's happening in the main event as Yamasaki got everyone in a good mood when he set up a pancake station and started cooking for everyone who wanted them. Fuck yeah. As then he was teaching them shoot holds to put on people, as Ishii and Harada is passing tips on psychology to Harada. Perfect. As I think I forgot the trial series match as far as the pre-booking stage, but that's okay. That's an easy fix. That's an easy add. Main event, Pac versus Abushi, first time ever, and it's going 60. Going time limit draw. First 60 time limit draw in the series. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. That was the one thing I was like, he's probably not going to want to do it. But hey, a little persuasion helps. Goes a long way. So, that Never Open 6-man title match is next. As, yep, there it is, Bullet Club Chaos. And Chaos will be retaining, as each is going to pin Jay White, which is going to lead to a New Japan Cup match between those two. Felt like that'd be pretty fun to see. There we go. It's now the Bucks and Joey Doring and Ashino, as Doring's going to beat Nick Jackson because of the injury there. That's going to go 20. Curious to see how the time is. I think I set it for 3 hours, so we might give some matches more time. Obviously, with one match getting 60, I didn't want to give it too much time. Then the junior tag match of Gresham and Makabe of United Empire against Samurai Del Sol and Santa Deora. And Santa Deora and Samurai Del Sol will be losing, as Makabe gets the win for the United Empire Avenue Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions yet again. I mean, that's what, the 4th champions of the year? Because, Pentagon Junior and Ray Phoenix walked in as champions to end out the year, and then, of course, the injury happened, so they had to vacate. And Francesco and the Eagles. Then Santa Deora, and now United Empire of Gresham and Makabe. We are passing those belts around like hotcakes. Felt like that was going to happen. As far as a couple of people are going to be upset by that. There we go. We got new Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. It's Dark Order. And Liberty United. Dark Order will be winning. Calvin Tatum's going to pin Jeff Cobb, too. It's pretty fun. Another match that has not happened as far as any iteration of this. So that's cool. Then Team Filthy and Tanahashi with Master Wado and Leonana Fujinami. Dragon Masters with Tanahashi against Team Filthy. Team Filthy's going to get the win. Felt like they needed a win, as Josh was going to be Fujinami. Again, another match that hasn't happened as far as in that setting. Then, I forgot the Tomato Juice match. That's right. Tomato Juice and Zack and Great O'Khan is going above that, and of course the opener will be the Trial Series match. Juice is going to win for Tomato Juice and for the Liberty United, as in United Empire taking the fall. Not the greatest of, I just felt like because we were going to have Liberty United lose to Dark Order and United Empire were going to win against the junior champs, just felt like that was the best case scenario there to kind of have everybody at least get some type of win as far as that the stables situation is concerned. So we'll move that back up here. And now the Trial Series match. As we'll copy, add it over here. Number 2 as Hayato Tamura against Togi Makabe. Yep, happened Road to Wrestling Nutaku in April last year. Almost a full year in the making. We'll see how much better this match is compared. Maybe it'll be the same, maybe it'll be even worse. we'll have to see. Time will only tell here. So we got our matches set. Shibata's just doing a little too much. I'm assuming he's the road agent for this match, yeah. We'll see what else he's got. Kobayashi. Yep. This match. Yeah, we'll let Jono. Okay, there we go. Coming up, Shibata booked the main event there. So yeah, we can add a couple of pre-show matches here and there, obviously. As what trying to see here. Yeah, 49,000 in the Tokyo Dome will be a sellout. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. As I can't wait till we run the National Stadium. That will be pretty fucking awesome. So I want to say that's going to be the biggest venue now. Yeah, it should be. As for kind of who to add to this card that isn't a part of it. There's a lot of big time names that are not part of this card. Like Okada, Tetsuya Naito comes to mind. Well, you know, the Intercontinental Champion, the Tag Champion, the Never Openweight Champion are not a part of this entire card. Which might be a mistake, but because the Anniversary Show, it's never like a big deal. We could have made it a big deal. I can see where someone could say that, but honestly, like what, we can. This is a great opportunity to kind of build up the card and throw, some new stories out there too at the same time. Because you're really laying in the Liberty United Empire story there. It's really building blocks for this. And, I wanted to have some type of showcase for kind of our least important belts, that being the Never Openweight 6-man and the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. That was also another thought process as well. And Brody Lee's not a part of this card either. There's a lot of great guys not in it. We're going to do Brody with Reynolds and Silver against Okada and Sho, or rather Yo and Rocky. Oh, fuck it. Let's just put it on the card. Because this is too good to be a pre-show match. We'll have Yo beat Reynolds. We'll put it, I think would be a good spot for it. Maybe here. Back-to-back Dark Order matches. Yeah, then I don't know how I feel about. Yeah, put it there. That's fair. That's a good spot. A lot of 6-man matches on this card now. That's okay. That's the undercard for New Japan for you. I guess we could do. I'm trying to think what would be. So I'm thinking Kingston. Like throw Kingston in an overweight title match with Miro. I don't know. That seems too out of the blue for that to happen, to be honest. I'm trying to think what would be a good idea. Because, I mean, we got a lot of talented guys that we're not using still. Yeah, because, like, Kingston, obviously, you see he's cool. He really hasn't done a whole lot, but he has been doing well all over the world type of deal. It wasn't that tag match with him and Kingston, or him and Shota Umino, rather, beating Tanahashi and Yoshida. It is kind of funny how Tanahashi, in this, has... I really pegged him as the guy to carry kind of the not so great talent that are not in a stable. So like someone like a Yoshida, like a Fujinami, and Master Wato. He's kind of like the father figure for all those fresh off of the excursion or weren't even a part of an excursion in Fujinami's case. And we got Carl Fredericks we can use too. I've been itching to book him as well. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Kingston and Miro. Never open weight title. So 3 title matches on this card. Miro's gonna win. Give it at 16, which... Oof. Yeah, now I'm thinking maybe a little too much. Because now it's not looking too good as far as time-wise. Trying to think what could be a match that I can cut time off. Maybe this Dark Order Chaos, or nah. No, we'll keep that one. We'll probably cut this down to 12. And then probably, as far as, we should probably cut this down a lot, down to 11. And now we just need 1 minute off, which we can take off of, this is Bullet Club Chaos 6-man, make it 19 minutes. Alright, there we go. No pre-show match. That's our 10. We'll run the show. See what else. I'm just kind of curious on the booking analysis again. Yep, just Gresham and Makabe a little too much. Other than that, should be pretty good to go. 54 for Makabe and Hayato Tamura. Hayato Tamura outperformed him, so it was better. It's 4 points better. I sold out Tokyo Dome. Nice to see. Nice to see there. As a 6-man gets to 54. Yep, that's what happens when we cut off a little too much time, though, now. Especially like someone like Tanahashi. But Josh Alexander pins Fujinami, who actually did really well. He was off his game, so was Josh, and Fujinami was the second best guy in the match. Garcia with a 50, that's awesome to see. Yeah, I mean, probably should have just had them pin Wato there, but what can you do? Fun match, though. Fun match. So 69 for Dark Order and Liberty United as Tankman pins Cobb as Tankman driver. Fucking Calvin Tankman with a 62. That's awesome. Second best guy in the match. That New Japan Cup, I am so excited because we've built a year worth of, I mean, we've booked over 150 shows now, probably. Or at least probably 125. All that time of building some talent from where we started. The New Japan Cup's going to be really fun to book, I believe. As a 68 here, as Tomato Juice and getting the win, beating Zack Sabre Jr. and Great-O-Khan, as Zack with an 82, Great-O-Khan with a 30. Not great there, as he takes the freshly squeezed in 12:43. Zack with an 82, 67 for Juice, 53 for Kaiji Tomato, and a 30 for Great-O-Khan. 71 for the 6-man that was not even supposed to be on the card, as Okada, Yo, and Rocky taking on Brody Reynolds in silver as Yo pins Alex Reynolds. We'll probably do a tag match, because we'll probably have to obviously do some type of undercard stuff for the cup. And that could be a pretty solid, undercard match, especially with Rocky and Yo having pretty good chemistry. Probably would be a pretty fun stuff. Okada with an 85-72 for Brody there, as Okada, just the man, the absolute man. 74 for a match that, again, wasn't supposed to happen, and they have great chemistry, which is wild because you got to think when this mod started, and like Miro hadn't been in AEW or anything, so you never would. You would assume, just looking at how they work, that they could have fun matches together, but you kind of, it's not a given at the same time. But that's awesome though. That's awesome. Nice to see. We gave Kingston a big time opportunity there, and he killed it. But Miro, though, what a reign so far for a guy, doesn't have a stable, doesn't have a lot as far as, compared to other guys, what you can do as far as multi-man matches and whatnot. But he's really grown just in the year, or not even the year, not just in the month, almost 2 months now, so this is now going to be the end of February, into March. Great 2 months for that man, and a part of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's beaten Zack. Beaten Tanahashi. Now gets a win over Kingston too. Oof. Yeah. 64 there as Makabe Makabe taps out Senda de Ora in 17 minutes. And they are the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Probably the wrong decision there. But, I think United Empire, that junior tag division, it's a lot of moving pieces right now. But I think this is the right decision as far as getting United Empire their first taste of gold to go along with Zack's strong title. That's just, they're kind of getting better, and they're getting booked better. And it's a process. Process for sure. 79 for this tag match. As Matt and Nick with the injury, still almost outperformed Joe Doring because he was off his game. But Joe pins Nick Jackson with the Revolution Bomb in 1941. Awesome stuff there, as the big toll for Nick Jackson with that injury. Not great, but Shino did well, Matt Jackson did well. Good stuff, almost an 80. Almost. As a 76 for the number 1.6 man in the co-main event, as well as Ishii pins Jay White with a vertical drop brainbuster. That's their second offense of their never openweight titles. It's Ishii, best guy in the match, followed by Kenta, then Jay White, then Goto, Yano, and then Ishimori, which is, again, crazy Ishimori, worst guy in the match. But yeah, Goto did some good work ringside as well. A little too short again. Our main event, fingers fucking crossed. Oof. 65. Yep, they just couldn't hold that 60. His lack of psychology. Dragged in the middle. Damn. His just kind of curious what, just lack of psychology and the length given with the limited psychology involved. Thought they could handle it. I was wrong. Yep, we lose Papa Japan, but I want to say we gain it in, probably in America, maybe some other places. But yeah, that's the risk you get for running a 60-minute time limit in TEW 2020. Sometimes psychology is not on your side, but still proud of the match. Think it was the right call. Going 60 in the Dome with quite the card. A 3-hour show and 10 matches as well in that 3 hours. Probably should have gave it a little bit more time as far as the show length. It's kind of funny because you think of Wrestle Kingdom. Wrestle Kingdom is 5 hours, and they have 9 matches if you count the Rumble too. So just kind of wrong idea there. Should have gave that a lot more time, especially with the 60-minute draw to have the main. Either way, though, it still would have not worked because we would have had the main event fall flat. But yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff though. We built a lot as far as what's going on with the New Japan Cup. As far as what I want to see happen, unfold. So, it wasn't a pointless tour or anything like that, even though we're going to lose Pop for it. I hope, at least, we get it back for the next tour, as we're going to put over Abushi and Pac. Maybe not Pac, just Abushi for that. And probably Okada. And probably Miro as well, honestly, for stepping up big time in that Never Openweight title match. There we go. Pleased, and pleased. Thank you all for watching. What a fun little episode. We were really riding that high. Then the main falls flat on its face with a 60-minute draw. That's alright, though. It's alright, we'll be back. We might have dropped maybe a Pop point or two, but we'll get it back. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Our talent that we have, we can make it work. So I hope you all have enjoyed the series so far. I hope you all are enjoying the new year. And we made it a year officially now, as can't believe it. Just kind of curious. So we ran 26 shows already. 170 shows. Is 169 to be exact. That is crazy. Whole lot of shows there. I mean, that is nuts. And we've only had one match go above a 90 rather. Yep, the old Pac and Shelly match from New Beginning in Osaka. High praise for that match. So yeah, now the champions will get some time off, and we'll have our New Japan Cup. Of course, we'll see what two men will make it to the finals. It's a lot of great talent. A lot of great talent. And we'll see how it all plays out. Hopefully there's not a fall flat main event like we just saw. Well, I guess we can look at the size real quick before we ended. 75. So I think, yeah, we were, actually didn't lose Pop at all. Weird. Huh. Well, alright. Now we're still 2 away. Perfect. So I'll catch you guys next time for the New Japan Cup. Take care, everyone.